So I've been thinking that I'm pretty cool for being able to grow spinach and lettuce all winter long. But I keep hearing these stories about this guy in Nebraska, not that far away from us, who's growing oranges. So today we are ditching homeschool, ditching work, and we are headed to Nebraska to check this out. No, Summer's not sitting in the middle. Are you ready?
I think so. Welcome to our crazy life.
So you have a plan with the freezer?
Kind of.
So the freezer saga I told you guys about last week is still not done. We have had a little issue this morning as we were getting ready to head out to Nebraska. So it's still cold, the meat's still fine, but we're just trying to be proactive. So we have that being worked on while we are on the road. We have a full crew, so Christian is able to come, even though we were wondering for a minute if he was gonna have to stay home. We have the two kids who got to play hooky from school in the name of a field trip, and my friend Summer, who is actually the one who originally told me about this orange growing guy in Nebraska, so she's coming along for the ride as well. Is it like 2.5 hours?
Yeah, roughly.
He's in the little town of Alliance, Nebraska, which is a little ways away from us, but the climate's still pretty similar. It's prairie, it's cold, it's snowy, and it's windy. So I think this will be a really good chance to see how we can take some of his ideas and apply them to our situation. So we made it, and it's actually really warm here today. It is supposed to snow tonight, but it's like 60 degrees right now, so gorgeous day.
Some fruits, see those little ones.
Meet Russ Finch, the founder of Greenhouse in the Snow. He started building geothermal greenhouses 35 years ago and has since sold hundreds of greenhouse kits. The one that we toured today happens to be his very first greenhouse and the one that is attached to his home.
We can grow everything up to pineapple, bananas, mango, and that. It's altogether different than outdoor growing or even conventional greenhouse growing. We can grow our plants not according to like 18 inches apart in rows. They can grow them according to the root spread. If your tomato has a 10-inch root spread, you can plant them every 10 inches.
In this particular greenhouse, Russ grows hundreds of plants, including 13 different types of citrus, figs, grapes, pomegranates, and so much more. So for your different models, you said they're growing more vegetables, right?
All of them are growing vegetables or starters or flowers or cactus on the south.
So you put the trees on the north?
Yeah.
And then the other stuff on the south?
Yeah.
The setups that are growing vegetables, like, are they growing like a typical garden supply all winter long, or do they still have to kind of mix and match?
A lot of them are growing year-round, tomatoes or anything. A lot of them, like at Scottsbluff, I think, she'll put her tomatoes in February. Okay. And then they'll grow them all the way through October. They take them out and they put in winter crops like cauliflower, cabbage, kale, carrots, anything that doesn't require a lot of heat.
Yeah.
So that's working really well.
This has geothermal too.
All of your tubes, there'd be one 4-inch tube for every 6 foot of greenhouse. And they would go out 8 foot deep, 1 trench, anywhere you want to go for 200 foot. And as long as you come back in the other north growing corner. We put a blower on, then that just circulates the underground air. Originally it was for heating, keeping it above 28 degrees in the winter. But now they've, most of the growers are using it in the summer to take the cool air out of the ground. The thermostat, the blower, underground blower, comes on at 50 degrees and stays on to recirculate this. This one's 78 foot. Yeah, I'd like to have gone further, but shoulder belt's in the way. We built a house in the wrong place. The efficiency comes from the dirt walls and the floor. And so we get a lot of benefit from this. And then we're only 7.5 foot above grade. If you have good soil, what they do is they'll set aside at least a foot of topsoil in one pile. Then they'll go down 4 foot, and then they'll bring the foot of soil back, or how much, to bring it up to the 4 foot level. Yeah, and so we're growing in the original soil here.
This is so cool.
This 4 foot bed at waist level, then it goes down another 18 inches and crosses 8.5 foot and comes up 4 foot, and you have a 4 foot or 2 foot growing bed on the north side.
The other side.
What grows well over there?
Everything. If you have solid trees, after about 7 years, you're not going to be able to get to that bed. Right away, we put a kiwi and then a grape and some caneberries that'll grow up over the trees. And that works really good. Well, any of the citrus you can start from cuttings real easy. Just take a end branch and stick it in the ground, and probably 75% of them will root. We've got 4 varieties of blackberries. We've got a raspberry that came in from when we had it outdoors here that would do really good. Is if they want to get into the commercial side, is watch romaine lettuce, because it's easy to grow. You can grow it close together, and it brings pretty good price. If you're looking for a market, grocery stores will buy it, but you have to discount to them. But restaurants are always looking for good produce.
Yes.
And you don't have to discount. In the winter, I water about every 10 days. Takes me about 20 minutes with the hose. In the summer, it's about every 2-3 days, and about the same time. On all of the new ones, most all of them are putting a drip system in for the vegetables, and that it takes very little water. And if you're on well water, you're a lot better off than a lot of them are on city water. You have to fight the chlorine. We use very little fertilizer. It's 90% compost. This one's running 87 cents a day year round. And on some of the new ones, they're running about $1.25. They're a lot longer, and some of them are using a lot of extra fans and stuff like that.
So you don't have any other heat other than coming in from
In this
the
one,
sun?
we don't have any backup heat, except the underground tubes system comes on at 50 degrees, and it'll stay on as long as it's below 50 degrees. We have no openings or anything in the ceiling, and then all we have is on the new ones we've changed the design to a walk-in door. A walk-in door is ideal. The only pest that we have in a wet spring, we'll have green aphids, and all the time, you'll have them in rhythms. About every 6 weeks, whiteflies in the greenhouse. But either one of them we can get rid of really easy with this horticultural oil. That all it is mineral oil, and they refine it down so that it'll mix with water. And what the nice part of it is, you can spray a berry with it and eat it, because it's not toxic. It smothers the adults and the eggs on whiteflies. We hit that one with a hammer to show, but it'll bounce big hail, because it's not hooked down.
What are your thoughts?
I think we're gonna have to build another greenhouse. I think we use our in-ground greenhouse with geothermal for growing greens year-round, and then we build an in-ground greenhouse similar to what this is. I have some different ideas rolling around in my head, and then we actually do some trees in there.
I would like to do citrus. I don't know if citrus isn't my like highest priority in life, but
But I'd do some bananas.
No, it'd be cool to do some tropical fruits. That'd be pretty cool. So I think if we do a geothermal greenhouse, I want it attached to the house like his.
Ew, your feet hurt.
I want to go out barefoot and be able to go like walk through the greenhouse barefoot.